It'll get hairy, but it don't.
But no, I've said that for years. It was one of the neatest things about introducing myself to this trade, which wasn't really an introduction, but I go to Detroit on Thanksgiving, and we hang out, and I see a shop and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I wasn't in there working, obviously.
Right.
Well, then, hell, we decide we're going to go see the Lions play. I go see Barry Sanders run on Thanksgiving at the Silverdome.
Oh, that's so cool.
I mean, it's been forever ago.
Wow.
Now, how short do you want me to go?
Just normal.
Okay.
Like, well, a little bit longer for winter, I'll say.
Okay.
Not much, though.
No sweat.
But
no, I went up there and, like I said, spent a weekend with him. And, of course, I've been, at the time, I've been banging around doing job here, job there.
Yeah, let's start with that.
And I tried going to college, and that drove me up the wall.
So how old were you when you went up and first was introduced to this trade?
Like 26, 25, 27, somewhere right there in that neck of the woods, because I'm 51 now.
Okay.
And this is my 20th. I mean, the minute you go to barber school, we walked in there, you started cutting hair. They give you like a mannequin head and you go to work.
Just immediately.
And then if
there was no like textbook work or school crap.
Well, that kind of thing was there as well. The whole like classwork part of it, in my opinion, was one of those deals kind of like really, really similar to driver's ed. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we paid at the time, it was like $5,000 was tuition to go to Barber College. Okay.
Right.
So you go up there and you either paid all of it or you paid half it, whatever. You paid your tuition while you were there. But you got tools, textbook, and I mean, don't get me wrong, probably 2/3 of the tools I got in Barber College, I don't have the same one, but I've bought the same. I mean, I got used to like using that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got several different choices of what you can buy and what you can use. They all do, but it's like buying Craftsman or whatever wrenches. It's the same shit. But I don't know. I got there and literally and a mannequin head. It's not like regular hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let me see what I can do with this. And I didn't think it looked too bad, but probably the first. I mean, it was when I went. It was 2,000 hours. So probably the first, I don't know, a couple of months worth of hours you were there. There was, it was a barber shop with 50 chairs in it, let's say, at the time. And maybe less, but right there. Mm-hmm. But you went in there and they would like funnel the guys getting their buzz cuts and their basic stuff.
Right.
They would funnel those to the new students. So you could basically get accustomed to using your tools.
Oh, okay.
And figure, this and that out. And
on the simple stuff.
Yeah, and as you got better, you did different stuff. You had to do, I always made a point to do this like the first of the month because you had to do a permanent every month, right? I mean, it was part of what you did when you went and took your test.
Right.
Well, either you did it for reals or you took a mannequin head and rolled one up and they checked it off. It made no difference how you did it. Well, that crap always, to this day, makes me want to puke. The smell of those chemicals, I can't stand it. And if somebody was in that building doing that, I mean, you'd go in there, you'd clock in like you would at a job, so you'd keep track of your hours.
Right.
If somebody was doing that shit when I was in there, I left. I would clock out and leave. I'm like, nope, not gonna puke in the barber school today.
It's just like a nasty smell.
Oh, it's
Or is it like you smell it and you go, oh, this burns my nose?
It did both. I mean, it was disgusting to smell. And you're chemically altering somebody's hair.
Right.
I mean, I don't care if it's like black guys with their wavy hair, they'd get it straightened. It's it's doing one extreme or the other.
Right.
You're not. Yeah. It's
not right. It's not natural.
No. I mean, they've been doing it for years. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't want to be around it.
Right.
But you had to go you did that, and then I'm trying to remember. I mean, it's been so long ago. But like I said, with the classwork stuff, It was, I mean, the closest thing I can compare it to is like a driver's ed, because you would spend like a couple days a week, you'd spend an hour on textbook shit.
Right.
And we basically went through every chapter in that book you would do, and then you would take a little written test on. And basically when I did it, how we did it, was you more or less tested on everything 4 or 5 times, so you could see the same question 5 or 6 different ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be caught by surprise.
Yeah.
When it counts.
What type of questions were? I mean, like I don't even know where you would start on.
Well, I mean, there's a
textbook
lot
stuff
of
for being a barber.
like skin stuff and how to cut hair and what to look like, lice and dandruff and infected.
Okay.
Little things like that aren't. I mean, I didn't know until I was a barber that the largest organ in your body is your skin.
Right.
And I mean, after you think about it, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then you see people that get like skin cancer that are 90,
Right.
that have been in the sun for 100 years.
Yeah.
They got it here, but they don't have it here. Or,
Right.
it's like, I don't understand how that works. And
Right.
it's above my pay grade, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we went through all that stuff enough times to where when you actually went and did your testing, like I said, you weren't caught off guard.
Right.
And then, after, and I'm not going to say I was better than anybody else or worse, because everybody runs at their own pace.
Right.
But I don't remember if I was in there for like 6 months, or I was in there for a stretch, but I wasn't half done. I got to where I could actually, I would go work. It wasn't legal. But at the same time, I learned more in a couple barber shops than I learned at the school, because you were dealing with people
Right. Real
that
world.
were coming back. I mean, they were customers of that shop.
Right.
And you built some kind of a relationship. It doesn't matter whether you liked them or not. I mean, that's
Yeah.
another angle. I'll talk about that too. But we're getting guys out of jail. We're getting
Right.
guys coming from the home
Yeah.
to the barber college to get haircuts. So you spent more time. I think you learned your equipment more than you learned anything else doing that. And there's a place for that. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it was always odd to me, and I don't know if it has changed any or not, but there was no such thing as like an internship.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken,
So you just went straight to work. There was no like.
well, you did, but I mean, it seemed to me like you would be better served. Like for example, I didn't necessarily have a shop to go open. I wasn't going to do that, but I had that opportunity
Right.
with my cousin to go work at his place. And that's where I was starting out when I got done. But if you know you're going to go work here and you're going to go to barber college,
Yeah.
why the hell not learn what you're doing? And your hours could be converted into an internship
Right.
or an apprenticeship. You're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I picked up more as far as dealing with the people.
Yeah. Do they go over much of that in textbook?
No, it's
Really?
no. That's none of it. There's none of that.
You'd think that'd be a massive part of it.
Well, the other thing about that always puzzled me was like this trade compared to like a plain old hairdresser, like a hairstylist. They got to go back to school. They have to do what it's called continuing education. But they're using the hair chemicals, and that's
Right.
always changing. So you've
Different.
got to, update yourself.
I see.
I don't,
Right.
but they don't handle this. I do.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'll never understand, and it may have changed in the last 26 years, it may not have.
Right.
But of all the useless time we spent in there playing cards or dominoes or chess or just between customers, you're getting your time,
Yeah.
but you're not doing nothing.
Right.
And it wasn't a regular,
Yeah, 'cause-
well, it's quasi-regular.
It's not like, I mean, in real work world, you're not going to be 100% of your day is going to be cutting hair.
But I thought a neat thing to do would have been for somebody to come in and show you how to hone a razor. It's a lost art.
What do you mean by honing? I've never heard.
Sharpening them.
Just show. Okay.
I mean, you've got like the leather strop,
Yeah.
and that's one thing. But if I buy, hold on a minute, because there you go.
Thank you.
If I buy a straight razor off of the internet, just for, let's just like these over here,
Yeah.
they show up dull. And you've got to put it on a stone, a wet stone, and sharpen it just like
They
with a knife.
show up, though.
Yeah, it's the law.
Okay. I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on a minute.
You're good.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Honing.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen a whetstone that you sharpen knives with. It's the same thing.
Right.
But it's a different.
You're sharpening for different purposes.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't sharpen it the same way you'd sharpen a knife because you're not using it the same way you sharpen it.
It's not the same, but it's similar.
Right.
I guess. I really can't tell you because I don't know, because I've never seen it done.
Right.
But I use disposable blades because you'll change it out every customer. If you get one that's just a piece of junk out of the box, I'll throw it away and put a new one on.
Yeah.
But I've also seen and heard tell of different, way before my time, where a guy would have 3 or 4 different razors because of the steel or the edge or different customers' hair would
be different.
Yeah, it would
cut
kind of
different.
one thing would determine
Right.
which tool you would use, or if you had a better application than another,
Right.
Because I've got some of those over there that are, well, I'll grab one real quick. It may not show up on your camera, but
No, it's okay.
this thing's a friggin' butter knife. I mean, it's ancient.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that thing's huge.
Yeah, dang.
But that's like an army razor, they called it. But that was
Dang.
something the guys had used in the field.
Right.
But you need, because I don't know if you go one way with a knife and one way with a razor to sharpen. I don't know.
It gets specific.
I was never informed.
Right.
I guess ignorance is bliss. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's one of those things. Yeah. If it doesn't get taught for so long, it just gets lost.
And and it seems like pre-COVID, this trade was making a bit of a comeback. A lot of them were. A lot of stuff was, kind of coming back into the light that were, the old school tradesman stuff.
Yeah.
And they haven't gone anywhere.
Right.
But at the same time, you lock the world away from each other.
Yep.
And how this was not an essential thing.
Right.
But going and buying a pair of shoes, well, I mean, it's just the whole logic of it, which, I mean, anybody can tell you now it was flawed, but
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's another discussion.
I know, yeah, that's a different-
I mean,
It's a different podcast there.
yeah, totally. But no, I mean, it's like this place. I'm glad to be here. I mean, I'm in here,
Right.
basically the second year now.
Yeah.
I'd like to have another barber, but at the same time,
Also. Yeah.
I mean, it's a catch-22.
Yes.
I mean, like when I worked up in Champaign, it was nice to have 3 or 4 guys doing the same thing I'm doing in the same room,
Right.
where you could see, like, if my work looks like shit,
They call you out.
well, you can just tell
Right.
the customers come in and walking out,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
and it gives you a good canvas to judge and be able to kind of keep up your skills.
right.
And I'm not losing track of what I'm doing by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a handful of things that
Well, yeah.
I kind of would have never known about
Right.
had I not been working with a guy that was doing it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And,
Yeah.
And it was just a different, I don't know what you want to call it, technique or different tools for the job that I had never entertained owning.
Well, it's like, I mean, what parents always say, the people you hang around or the people, like if you hang around with a bad group of people, you're going to kind of turn into a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Influences everything.
yeah, if you surround yourself with people who are master at their trades, you're going to get better just by being around those people.
Right.
Same sort of thing.
I mean, there was one time, God, it was hilarious. this was years ago up there at Andy's, but we had, I don't know, there was 2 or 3 kids, and they were all getting haircuts at the same time. Young, grade school age kids, but not the little kids that's afraid to be at the barber. The little kids that are like, I don't want to be here. I'm tired. And I'm cutting this one kid's hair, and he's like, how long are you going to be? And everybody in the room was like, you're sitting in the fastest barber's chair. What are you worried about?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like I've never been in a race to do this. I tend to work quickly. I run out of things to do.
Yeah.
And I can't fake that.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to screw up your haircut. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a friend of mine, a cousin of mine, that he started doing this up in Bloomington. He makes way more money than I'll ever make doing this. And it's literally because of where he's at. But they're also, I'm not going to say this is the gospel because I've never been there, but I think they're taking 45 minutes to an hour per customer, and it's a little bit more...
Bleeding it out a little longer.
Well, I don't want to say it's more of a specialized service or more... I don't know. I'd have to go and see what they're doing to understand what they're doing.
They got good marketing.
I guess.
Something like that.
Well, and I don't have that customer base that they've got in Bloomington.
Right. Beautiful.
If I could do
$500,
$600 haircuts a day, I'd walk. I'd be done.
Yeah.
See ya.
Right.
Because I am going to raise my prices. I'm not going up that much, but it's a trade. I don't care. I'm going to raise my prices at the start of this year, and that's one of those things where I've never had the sole responsibility to name my price and to...
Right.
I mean, I've got to charge a fair price for what I do.
Yeah.
And then I've got bills to pay.
Yeah.
And at some point, I've got to replace tools. That just comes and goes. But then the other part of that I've never really entertained or thought about was, what's my time worth?
Yeah.
For doing this as long as I've done it.
Right.
And I'm not the person that sits there and rings and says, I'm the best thing there ever was in sliced bread. I'm just not that guy. I never have been. And people are, and that's, that's you. You do you. I'm not going to say it's wrong.
Right.
But now it's like, I'm the one responsible for what goes on in here.
Yeah. So now you're looking at it differently.
It's a different perspective. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way, but
right.
It's one of those things. Every time I've done the whole price adjustment stuff, 80% of the people are like, it's about time.
Really?
And then 20 are like, goddamn, you're going to kill me. And I'm thinking, I got to make a living.
Yeah.
And you go fill your car up with gas. You
Right.
know, or you going on vacation? Well, I'd like to.
Yeah.
It's on me.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not trying to get every penny I'm going to make off of you.
Yeah.
But then there's guys that, when it comes down to when they're paying you, when they're tipping you. And that's... fluid is the word because none of it's the same.
Right.
And I don't expect anything from somebody. It's just, it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm happy to get what I get.
Right.
Sorry, I'm looking for my water. About to pour a drink now that we're done.
Well, we could pause it. I want to set it up to where we can both be now sitting down.
Okay. These pieces of equipment stay.
Right.
Where a barber would have that. Couldn't stand.
Right. Oh, okay.
So they'd have a swing arm around this chair with a stool on it.
Wow.
And I don't remember how, it's probably been within a decade ago, but one of those shows up on eBay. I'm like, Charlie, we need to buy this yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was, they're not cheap.
Right.
But it wasn't out of the realm of, it was affordable.
Right.
And she just, what do you want that way? You just sit down and work? And I'm like, yeah. And you remember back in the day out there at my house, there'd be 19 people in there in an hour and a half. I'm like, you come out here and do 27 haircuts
standing up
in a day.
Right.
and tell me you wouldn't want to just sit down and do some of your work.
That's true. I guess I never really thought about that.
Yeah, I found a seat that'll go on this.
That'll swivel around it?
Yeah, I just started looking.
Is there just a track that you put on?
I've seen two different ones. And actually the guy that I bought that kid's chair from, he's got a couple that are for sale through his it's not a website, it's more of a Facebook page.
Right.
And the one it's made for this brand of chair.
Oh, okay.
So and it looks like it sits in a bracket and bolts in there. There's a spot for it. But then the other one I found on eBay, and if you look, you can look at that chair and see that collar on the top of the pedestal.
Yeah. It
looks like you've got another collar that sits on that. That kind of you tension it down to where it's
you sandwich it.
Yeah, it's universal.
Interesting.
Maybe. But yeah, I don't want it every day.
Right. Also,
but, man,
10 years from now, that would be a
10
nice
days from now, it might be
yeah.
great, man. I don't know. But there's days where I just...
Or you get an injury or something, you could still work decently.
I've tried that, but this mat, it doesn't want to cooperate.
Right.
And that mat's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, what else have I not covered that you've asked me about?
Oh, no, I've got so much more.
Keep going.
I've got plenty of questions. What I was really curious about, because for welding, I sit down and I weld. Now the customer that I'm welding for isn't watching me weld, ideally, right?
Right.
So if I fuck up something, I can go get some new metal, fix it, whatever. You're cutting the hair right in front of the person. If you fuck up, that pressure is a completely different thing. I was wondering, as a new barber, how did you go into that and deal with that type of thing? Because I feel like that's a completely different pressure than most jobs.
You're between an artist and a mind reader is the best way. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because I know, the worst thing is kids that are
just picky.
Junior high kids.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I don't know.
Right.
And I'm like, well, does that mean I can do whatever I want? Do you not want a haircut?
Right.
I said, I don't. You tell me what you want.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out.
But you got to tell me something.
But I can't read your mind.
Right.
And I want you to come back. I want you to look good when you leave.
Yeah.
All that's,
Well, because
related.
that has a lot of, you go get a haircut somewhere and it's fucked up everywhere you walk. People are
You're a
seeing
walking
that.
billboard for me when you leave here.
Yes, yeah.
And I've told people, new customers, tell me what you want to do, and, how do you comb your hair? Tell me what I can work with.
Right.
And then if I got a new customer, when, because you'll get them. You'll get them, they'll come back, they won't.
Right.
Yeah, I expect people, if they're going to, I'm going to cut your hair, it probably won't look right, but I'm going to get it as close as I can.
Right.
And it's going to take me a couple, 3 haircuts to figure out your head.
Yeah.
And then
your hair type,
as long as you know what you want it to look like, we'll figure it out. And I'll make it look good.
Right.
But then you'll get a guy that's come in here that hadn't had his hair cut in 3 years, and he wants it all cut off. And I'm like, that's fine. It's going to look like shit for 3 days because I'm taking all this weight off your head.
Right.
And it's not going to lay the same. And it's just, and most of them are, I got that. I know. And I'm like, as long as we're clear with that, because I don't want to,
do this and then you freak out about it.
Yeah. And I don't remember. I think at one time I did screw up one guy's haircut bad. And it wasn't on purpose.
Right.
But it was one of those guys who wearing a flat top. And that's the toughest thing to do because everybody's got a kidney bean up here.
Right.
And you're trying to make it square.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it until an hour or so later. I'm like, man, I did something wrong there. Because it was one of those days where I was just working and going.
But you knew.
Yeah, lost him. He never came back. And I saw him somewhere down the road. I'm like, man, I know I screwed that up. And I owe you an apology. I owe you a couple of haircuts,
Right.
And then there was years and years ago there at home, a guy come in and he says, old man, he's like, you do a flat top with fenders, which is one of these on this old school. I'm like, dude, I can do it, but it's a whole nother cup of tea,
Right.
And I'm not, it's going to take me some time. We'll get it,
Yeah.
And you're giving a guy 4 haircuts. I mean,
Right.
it's not, You're not just, you don't whip that out.
Yeah.
Well, then I get hit, and he loved it. He sent me a card. I mean,
Wow.
it was crazy. But like the next guy that came in, I've been cutting his hair for 10 years. I'm like, bud, I don't remember what the hell I'm going to do to your head because
I just had to go through it.
you have no idea what was going through my mind for the past half hour, and it wasn't,
Yeah.
I wasn't mad, but I'm like, I got to reset,
Yeah.
and it's just, it's different.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's, when I was getting involved in doing this and going through the schooling, like the best advice I got was from my cousin. He's like, get every kid in the chair that you can get to cut their hair because that's where you learn what you're doing and how to not
Yeah, because you're dealing
just
with the whole.
dig right in and
Yeah.
start, you'll learn how to work your way around that stuff
Right.
because A, kids probably don't want to be there.
Yeah.
B, their hair is a whole other animal.
Yeah. Is it different?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because it's just growing in, and
Well, that and
your
just-
head's growing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine or curly or what, it's
Yeah.
just, it's not, it ain't gonna be the same in a year.
Right.
Where yours, you'll come back here in 3 years, it'll be the same thing.
Yes,
I
yeah.
get it. And it's different.
Well, I've had the same. I mean, you've been cutting my hair. You have been my only barber.
Yeah, but I shaved it all off here, this spring or something?
Yes, yeah.
You're like, you just buzz it. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I know. It's fun, and I liked it too.
Oh, yeah, low
I was
maintenance.
like, this is. I don't like it in like. Okay, I look at pictures of myself and I go, okay,
Yeah.
it looks a little weird, but it does feel nice. You don't have to worry
I did it
about
once.
anything.
I did it once. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me a minute.
You're good.
I'm getting a refreshment. I don't care.
Yeah, be my guest. You did it once to you?
Yeah. It was one of those, I'm like, I'm going to shave my head at the start of the year and not touch it for a year.
Yeah.
I made it to like June. And it was between being on the motorcycle and everything else. I'm like, I got it. No. And then I got to look decent. I'm in a barber shop.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to wear a hat to work. Christ.
That was one of the things when I detailed.
Yeah,
My parents
yeah.
always like, well, if your car's dirty, then how does that... And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fair. However, I'm detailing so much.
Go to a carpenter's house.
That's true. I never want to look at my car ever again and detail it.
Right.
Because you're doing it so much.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But yeah, I can see where that, you'd want to look nice. And do you have a certain guy that you go get your hair that you like?
Oh, yeah, I go up to Andy's where I
Yeah.
used to work. But I go up there to hang out.
Yeah,
And I go
right.
up there to, shoot the breeze with him. I'm looking for my beer salt, and I don't know where I put it. I ran into a guy not last night. I think it was Monday night. Yeah, it's my daughter's birthday. We all went and had dinner. And this guy starts talking to us at the restaurant. And going to find out he's a retired fireman. So I'm like, well, you got to see this. And I wheel out this. I'm like, you got to see. I said, I got a barber shop here in town. And
That's cool.
I said, that wall, I think besides 2 helmets, that's Douglas County.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, but it was one of those things where I had, I don't know, 4 or 5 helmets.
I remember, yeah.
And then Chris that owns the building had 2 or 3. I'm like, bring them in here. I said,
Yeah.
"Look, this is what we'll do." And I only, I had like 7 at the time.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I'm going to call this place a county seat barbershop. And I'm tired. I mean, sports memorabilia, that's all. It's cool. I got it, but I'm tired of looking at it.
Right.
Whereas, you know
That's
what? You can
unique.
represent every town in the county.
Yeah.
And this room, there ain't a soft surface in here. You need something to break up the noise.
Yes, that's no joke.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't mind it. But of course, I don't know if you were probably in here when I had those video games here that Chris.
Oh,
had.
yeah, it was
I
loud.
mean, it was cool.
Yeah.
But
not worth it.
Not
Yeah.
every hour, every day.
Right. Yeah, you go nuts.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the other thing too, is I'm in here and there's a couple things I'd want to do different. I'm really thinking about spending the money and buying one of those big massage chairs.
Yeah.
Because I think you put it over there
One
at
of the
that,
ones you put like 50 cents in or $1 or
that or
whatever.
say you want $10 in that thing for a half hour before your haircut. Whatever. I don't care. Something.
That'd be cool. I'd totally use it.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if the customers do or not. I would be in it after the day's over every day just to get.
Oh, yeah,
right.
that'd be nice.
Yeah. But the room I've got.
Yeah. Yeah, you can rearrange, and especially if you don't have other barbers in here.
Well, and honestly, Chris bought these gold chairs. They're not my cup of tea. They're
know.
his, and do what you want to do with them. I don't care.
No.
But I've got that other old chair of mine at home.
Yeah.
That I would rather have in here, just for the aesthetic.
Yeah.
But it needs
I know.
about 4 things done to it before you put it in a room, so you don't break it or get in worse shape than it is now.
It's so interesting. If it weren't for me coming in here for the last 15 years, I'd never know what niche that this type of thing is, the barber seats. I mean,
Well,
dang.
the cool thing about them, especially the ones like I use that are older,
Yeah.
and they're American made.
Yeah, which is really cool.
I mean, and if you can find me something else that wasn't built to last like these are,
Right.
I might give you a little bit of money.
Right.
Because I know this one is like 1960s or 50s. Because it's pretty much all aluminum.
Yeah. I mean, that's some skilled craftsmanship.
That one's 100 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's from the 20s.
That's
1920s.
That's cool.
But that's one of those things right there that you don't make anymore that is just insane to me.
Yeah.
And then moms come in here and I'll put their, I'm like, can we put them in the kids' chair? Sure. Where's the seatbelt? I'm like, ma'am, they didn't have seatbelts in cars in the 1920s.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you there's not one for a barber chair. I said, if he comes out of that chair, I'm going to catch him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm right here,
How many kids need a seatbelt?
Well, you'd be surprised.
They just can't stay still? What?
There's children that, and I've dealt with all kinds of kids in the time I've done this.
Yeah.
There's kids that come in here and sit down and get a haircut, and they love every minute of it.
Right.
And there's kids that you think you're going to cut their arm off. I mean, and there's not a whole lot of in between. It's either one extreme or the other.
Right.
And it's tough. The toughest part about that end of this job is like if mom brings them in here and they're throwing an absolute fit, mom needs to go.
Right.
Because Junior knows what Junior can get away with in front of mom.
Yeah.
And I'm not, look, I was the same way. I was a kid. Everybody's a pain in the ass when they're a kid. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that's a hard sell.
Yeah.
And I get it. I understand.
Would you ever charge extra for things like that?
No, I don't. I mean, look, I got a rate, and
I see that, but
it should be.
You could see where you would want
You
to
should charge like $150 for some kids, but then there's others that it's so easy.
Yeah.
And then I've had kids that just, man, it's just.
And you can't just charge everyone randomly. That's
you
true.
think you're going to kill them.
Yeah.
And after about the 3rd or 4th haircut, they finally figure out, if I'll just sit here,
it'll be fine and get it over quick.
Well, if you just sit down and hold still, I could do my job quicker and easier. You don't have to go through all the BS. I mean,
right.
One of my buddy's kids was the worst, and it's just like, man.
What would you, like, for you raising your kids, how do you raise your kids to not freak out about it?
I don't know. I mean, honestly.
Were your kids?
My daughter would love to come out in that barbershop and just sit in a chair.
Right.
So it was.
Because she was used to it. Yeah.
And then the
downstairs.
funniest thing about her was she'd sit there and I'd take that neck duster and I'd just like brush her face. And she'd just get it, just laugh. I mean, just had a ball.
Yeah.
And then like my nephew, he didn't, but he knew me.
Right.
Without being, who is this dude?
Yeah, because it's not just some random guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's been kind of a blessing or a curse because some of the kids that know me, they don't want to be here no matter who it is. And
so what would you say if a parent out there watching it right now? What would you say to them to help?
Just get them in here and
sooner.
The biggest problem that and it's tough for a parent. It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be tough for me. But if your kid's in here and you just know it's going to be a fight.
Yeah.
Get him in here, get it done, and then bring him back. When dad comes to get his haircut again, bring him in here.
Right.
Get his haircut.
Just
repetition
exposure
makes a lot of difference because you're going to figure out that it's not that big. I mean, it ain't like you're going to the dentist.
Yeah.
But it seems like it.
Yes.
It's a different environment. It's not home. It's not, the babysitters. It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's also, and I don't know how to put this without sounding like a complete jackass, but I mean, like your age difference and mine. And like when you were, which you're not quite that young, but going through the COVID stuff, and the kids younger than you that went through that, they lost X amount of time.
Yes.
And
100%.
the time's one thing they lost. The other thing they lost that they'll never get back is the social, the interaction stuff, and it's still affecting kids now.
Yes.
And then the effing cell phone does not do them any favors. No. I mean, and I know it's a tool and it's a necessity at times, but it also needs to be put away.
Yes.
And
yeah, because it'll ruin you.
I mean, I'm terrible about that with my daughter because she's just always watching something on there, or she's got 14 friends in there messaging back. And I get it. I'm getting the same thing all day on this thing.
Right.
But I also love when I get on a motorcycle and go ride, and I don't care if it does ring. It can ring all freaking day. I'm not answering it.
Yeah. It's such a hard thing.
It might be a generational thing.
It's not even a generation. It's a completely new experience for humans.
Oh, no doubt.
Like there's no other way to. Every generation will have different experiences with it because it's a completely new thing. Never done. I mean, our evolution we're supposed to be built. We were built hundreds of years ago when times were completely different. Our brains are not ready for this type of thing.
I mean, my grandmother's gone. She died at 96. She saw the Great Depression. Yeah. The automobile.
What a
the
crazy.
Moon landing, the telephone, the computer, the cell phone.
Yeah.
And every day, thank God that she did not live through that whole, she was gone before that happened. It would have killed her.
Yeah.
Because of the social aspect. She loved seeing people. She loved having people in her house. And that was the kind of woman she was, and it would have killed her. And I mean, I miss her.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to see her live through that kind of shit because that's not living.
Yeah.
Especially somebody, I mean, you're talking about somebody who grew up in the country. That,
right.
You know.
Yeah, the only form of communication was talking. And maybe the newspaper.
Well, and that's like her old house. Speaking of the phones, go down to the basement of their old house, and there is a wall-mounted telephone with the earpiece. It's got our hardware store ad embedded in the earpiece.
Dang.
And it's a rotary.
Nice.
I mean, it's all the above.
That's cool.
It's not the like Andy Taylor or Andy Griffith show earpiece, mouthpiece.
It's the whole thing.
But yeah.
That's cool.
And it's like, give that to a 10-year-old kid now.
Yeah.
Call your grandma.
Yeah. It's impossible.
And they'll be like, how?
Yeah.
And I've seen that on the internet where kids do that. And they're like, and I saw the guy somebody sent me the dude, I don't know how he gets paid for these haircuts. It's got to be some internet
tomfoolery.
Paywall or something.
Yeah.
But he's got a wheel. These two brothers come in with their dad, and they're young kids. And they're like, I want to spin the wheel, I want to spin the wheel. And the guy's like, all right, what you spin
is what you get.
Is what he gets.
Oh.
And what he spins is what, and they're like, that's fine. They're all about it. They are in it. Well, brother number one spins the wheel, and brother number two has to get the old man haircut.
Like where you shave it down the middle?
All this is gone.
And this is left.
Yeah. And he's on, like, I don't know if he's on the phone or something with mom. She's like, oh, yeah, no, they can do it. That's fine. Well, then he gets his clown cut. And he gets out of the chair and spins me over his brother, who gets like it's a mohawk.
Oh, nice.
It is ass crooked. It goes like across his head. So it's a good mohawk.
Yeah.
If you're walking like this all day long.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember who sent that to me, but the whole time I'm like, how does this guy get paid for these haircuts?
You got to have something like that.
How are you going to pay me?
That's the thing.
It's a profit game, bud.
You spinning. You're locked into what you're getting and what you're paying for.
I mean, I'm not against it.
Hey, that's a good thing. If you wanted, you could generate a lot of social media like that. I mean, why did you see it? Because it was something different.
Yeah, but when are you going to come back so I can fix it?
Yeah, well, hopefully they'd come back. Yeah,
because I did that once to a guy for Halloween.
Yeah,
and give him like the Hunter S. Thompson old man bald hair. I'm like, look, I'll do it, and I'm not going to charge you.
But
I said, just come back in when it's over.
Yeah,
and I'll shave it all off, and we'll get it looking right. And we'll figure something out for pay. And then I had a kid. God, I just got home here and started working. It was up in Urbana, and this mom had called, and she's like, we got a problem. And it was like picture day.
Oh.
She was going to cut her boy's hair. And I mean, she had this 14 kinds of jacked up. I mean, this kid was pissed. He was hot. And I felt bad for him.
Right. Because he got a fucked up head.
Well, and I'm like, sit down here and I will do everything I can do to fix this for you.
Yeah.
I said, it's not going to be what you want.
Right.
but I'm gonna make it look a lot better than it does now. I
Yeah.
mean, because or you'll get a little kid that's like, well, my hair's in my eyes. They're gonna cut their hair right here, and it's just a divot. I mean, it's not coming back.
Yeah.
Time will bring it back.
Right.
But I'm like, I've done that for a lot of people where it's like, you got to help me out, And
So I do what I can do.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
polish this turd.
Yeah. And there is you can do X amount, and then you're like, we're
As far
done.
as you can
This is
go.
it.
Yeah. Unless you just want to take everything off.
Right. What else you got?
That's got to be a crazy thing. Yeah, I was curious. Speaking of that, like you get to hear every walk of life walks in the store. Mm-hmm. Psychologically, like you sit down. Do people just let everything go, put everything on the table?
You're a bartender.
Yeah.
You're a bartender,
Same
not
sort
selling
of
beer.
thing. Yeah.
I mean, everybody's different.
Yeah.
And it's not. The thing that bothers me the most about that is like the people that I'd like to talk to and learn something from are the older guys that sit down here.
Right.
Then they hand you their hearing aids and they can't hear shit. So you really, I mean,
So it's tough.
75% of the time.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's.
Because I always thought that it's like that. I'm such a people watcher. Like, I love to watch people and just, it's so interesting. Like for you, what is that like?
It's. The way I look at it is whoever you or anybody else, you're my boss.
Yeah.
To start with.
Yeah.
So there's that relationship, which is not a bad. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Right.
But then you'll have people that that they're just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against them. The best thing about that is I've got that pain in the ass here for a half hour and I'm done with them.
Yeah.
And I might be a pain in the ass. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm not. Or there's times I'll have a bad day. And it's got nothing to do with here.
Right.
But it's just, life's just kicking you in the dick all day long. You're like, oh God, I gotta go to work. And sometimes that's a welcome respite to come in here and just throw that out the door. Because this doesn't come home with me. There's no job stress.
Yeah.
And that's, God bless that.
That's,
With what my wife goes through with her job.
Right.
I would be underground by now. I would have laid out in the street by now and been like, end it.
Just because dealing with people is
dealing with bullshit.
Yes.
And there's just not a lot of that. That is the one thing about this trade and I had never thought about it until you start doing it. Mm-hmm. You're just like, you don't have, you call it stress, you call it overhead, call it whatever you want to call it. It's just not that big a deal. You're getting a haircut.
Yeah.
And that's another. We have some of these kids that are just, if one hair's out of place, it's like, dude, it's not going to ruin your life. Can you just trim this side a little? Yeah, I can cut it all off. Make up your mind, And it's not. I get it that you want to look good, but I want to make you look good.
Right. It's not like I'm against you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make you look like a fool walking out of here, unless you really want to look like a fool.
Yeah.
Let me check this phone. Whatever.
It's part of the job. At least you don't have to deal with some bullshit coworkers.
No, right.
That's.
And I have.
Right.
I have.
Well, I
started doing this, and one of the guys we worked right next to lived in Canada. Worked in Michigan. And God bless the guy. He's a nice guy. I don't even know if he's still alive or not, but he, I think he was married to like an Indian woman, which, go get him.
Yeah.
But their diet and ours is not the same.
Oh.
And it's noticeable. And it was funny because I'd buy some of the nastiest like aftershave, or I'm like just kind of like one of them just to knock it, because he's out like this, no deodorant. And one day I said something, I'm like, God, I'm out of deodorant. And he's like, yeah, I don't wear any. I'm like, you don't say. And my cousin, I thought, was going to lose it next to me, because it was one of those moments like you couldn't. Or back in the day, like we were working. A guy come in a wheelchair.
Oh.
To the barber shop.
How does that work?
Oh, it's just
you lift him in the chair.
Yeah, I got a guy that comes in here. He sits between these chairs, gets a haircut. I mean, it's all kind of relative.
Yeah.
But he comes in, and Andy's like, "Oh, you're just walking in?" And we're like, "Oh, no, you didn't say that," And it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's your vocabulary. Yeah. I'm like, "You got a one-armed guy? You gonna give him a hand?" Like the best customer I ever had. Blind, never could see how bad the haircuts were.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, but oh God, yeah. Well, 2016 today, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
The Ferrari hit the barbershop. That picture showed up on my Facebook today.
It was a Ferrari? I didn't know it was a Ferrari. That's crazy.
Here.
This is an old dude? I did not know it was a Ferrari.
It wasn't an old dude.
That's crazy.
It was not an old dude.
That's not a car you want to put into a barbershop.
It's not a car you want to put anywhere.
No. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I never saw a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even see it happen because I was cutting hair.
Did he just back into it? What happened?
Oh, dude, I don't even. I wish I could tell you what happened because the physics just out with it. He went over.
So he was on the road.
Yeah.
And he jumped over the median into the parking lot.
No, he jumped over the driveway into the parking lot. He hit,
oh my God.
Like if you remember Andy's,
yeah.
there's that berm that
The big like grass berm right in front of the sidewalk.
parking lot on the south side.
Yeah.
Like he hit that.
Damn.
And then
He had
come
been
in
hauling.
backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he hit it, swung around, had enough.
Yeah.
He was going fast enough to still slide into it and slam it.
Broke that brick pillar in front of the
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
That's
we walk
crazy.
out there thinking there's a dead body in this car. I mean, you're just like,
Yeah.
it sounded like a bomb went off.
Right.
I mean, I'm like, what in the hell? And
You fuck up anyone's hair?
I was shaving Andy Jones's neck who lives here in town. And it was like, what in the hell was that? You know?
That's
normally,
nuts.
normally his wife and kids, they all come in and they'd park in front of the shop.
Oh.
I mean, it was every time they were here, they parked in that.
Yeah.
And they just happened to park in the parking lot that day.
Wow.
We walk out there, there's nobody in the car.
He just ran?
Nobody there. No. They walked across the street to Starbucks to get a coffee.
That's crazy.
A little retail therapy after they just trashed a $250,000 car.
Yeah, a little, hey, we'll consume a little bit more.
Asian kids.
Wow. So China money.
Not any of them. Not a one of them. Like, is everybody okay? None of that.
They just said, whatever. Wow.
They covered the car up.
Wow.
Yeah, they covered the car with a Ferrari cover because
They speak good English?
Funny is, I don't know. Never heard them say a word.
You didn't even. Well, then how'd the insurance work out and everything?
I don't know. That's a mystery that I'll never solve. It's not. That's a problem that does not belong to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude.
That's nuts. I
Yeah.
did not know the full story. Wow. So China money came over here, got reckless, really reckless,
They had
with a Ferrari.
Oh, they had that car covered up, and the cop. I mean, they had a stack of tickets and shit.
Yeah.
When he come over there, he took that. He like grabs that thing and just rips it off that Ferrari because apparently that's like protocol. Like if you crash a Ferrari, you cover it.
Really?
I don't know. I have no idea. And he drops all the shit on the roof of that car, what's left of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
That is nuts. I did not know the full story. I'm happy to know the full story now. Shoot.
It was a Saturday, and there was 3 of us in there, 4 maybe, working. Andy's not there because it's his wife's birthday. And I call him. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're doing.
Gonna believe this.
You're going to have to come over to this barbershop. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, a Ferrari just hit the building.
That
He's
is,
like,
what a crazy.
I said, we just got hit by a red Ferrari. He goes, are you kidding? I'm like, there is a red Ferrari sitting in front of the shop in pieces. Get here.
That's crazy.
And his wife, which they're divorced now, but she's, how long we got to be here? She's like a kid,
Yeah.
Here, his business is in shambles 2 weeks before Christmas, no less.
I'd have lost my mind over the fact that what just happened anyway. Like,
we're done. We are done.
yeah, the day's over.
And it was like we were out of that shop for like 2 weeks, or not even. I think like a week, because we moved. The guy next door had like a cell phone repair. He was buddies with us. We put temporary barber stalls up in there for like 3 days.
Oh.
And hell, 2 of those days I wasn't even there because I was off work and at home.
Right.
But it was just, I'm like, damn.
That's crazy.
I think I'm like, I'm just going to stay at home and work.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Not being.
I mean, well, you didn't know.
How much of the inside of the building got destroyed, or is it just the outside pillar?
They got into the wall, that outer wall and window.
Well, yeah, to fix. Yeah.
But they had plywood up over the window for.
Did it break the window?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That's nuts.
But it was. I mean, it shoved that whole wall in.
Wow.
You know, it wasn't like it just broke the wall.
They had to be going so fast then to still hit it at that speed.
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I always thought, somebody will come in hot in like a UPS truck.
Yeah.
And they'll be frozen and they'll hop the curb and hit it. I could see that happening.
More realistic?
Ferrari?
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew that was coming.
Yeah, I could have guessed that.
And apparently, I did hear that the kid showed up to pay his towing bill in another Ferrari. Wow. Yeah.
So if you don't know, we live next to the U of I. Mm-hmm. U of I has a lot of people.
Foreign money.
Yes, a lot of foreign money. So that's how that happens more often in Champaign than.
Well, it's supposedly it's like a status deal where those guys that are Asian, they don't. In some, and I'm not sure which country or what, but some of those Asian countries, it is looked down upon to flaunt wealth.
Yeah, but when you get here,
if the kids come over here to go to school,
it's a different story.
They're going to spend money, but they're not taking it back. They're not shipping that car home.
And that's not your culture. This is a completely different culture.
And it was just,
That's
it
crazy.
was something.
It happens all the time. Like, I know I have a friend, a buddy that got into an accident with, an Asian driver at like a four-way. Same sort of thing.
Oh, I had one of my friends was a salesman up there. Actually, he was the one that did all the final paperwork for all the sales.
Wow.
And he's like, you wouldn't believe any of the international kids that are up there. I don't care where they're from. They're not from America.
Yeah.
He said they don't have a clue. Like, they don't understand how insurance works. Or they're buying a car and they're going to go to the parking lot and learn how to drive.
Wow.
Or that, the viaducts up there.
Yeah.
They'll just drive it full of water. Don't give a fuck. They're going right through it.
Wow.
And it's like, do you think?
That's crazy.
I mean,
fuck it. We got money.
Well, I don't even think I don't think they consider some things. Like, I'll be through in a minute. It's like,
well, to be
James
fair,
Bond?
If I was in that position, would I be doing the same thing?
Nah.
I don't know. I got money, my mom and dad's money from China.
If I was in that position, my parents would have me digging ditches for a couple of years to learn the value of a day's work.
That's very true. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be an easy way out. I was wondering, because you've been cutting hair for enough time to see generations and different cultures and different society come through here. Have you noticed, like, I know COVID was our biggest change here in the last 30 years. You notice a difference within the attitude of people coming in here? I mean, most people are your regulars, but just based on different things in society, how they react, The
biggest change for me was going from being a walk-in barber to an appointment barber.
Yeah.
And there's things about both that I really like, and there's things about both that I really hate.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I had to be somewhere, I wasn't going to make it as a walk-in barber. That day, you're going to have 95 people show up.
Yeah.
And it's just Murphy's Law.
Right.
Now, I miss, like, having that 10-foot church pew in my house and it be full of people 6 or 7 times a day. Mm-hmm. I miss the
community.
The camaraderie, because everybody that was in there knew each other in some form or another. Yeah. And if they didn't, they knew one of the guys sitting there. Right. Not all of them. Yeah. But I don't miss the fact that I'm like, I want to go to lunch here in an hour, and I got 3 hours of work sitting right in front of me.
Right.
And then, like, tomorrow, taking my kid to this play, I can, like, you
can schedule it out.
Yeah. So
that's nice.
There's pros and cons to both, and I've got guys that still want to be a walk-in customer, and I miss that. I do, but at the same time, it's like, things change, and I was the last one up there in Champaign before I came down here.
Right.
I was strictly walk-in, and I go in there and I made good money. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and knock it. I enjoy doing it that way. Mm-hmm. But it was like, hey, this is the last one of you guys I'm taking in here because I'm going to go eat. Or it came down to where I had to be that way.
Right.
It wasn't a big deal. I mean, everybody was there. It was like, oh yeah, go eat. They're not going to say, no.
Yeah.
Or if they did, I had that happen once where one of the guy's customers, I walked out to go to the bathroom or something. And this dude, and not so many words, told me, he's like, "You're never cutting my hair." I'm like,
"Jeez."
Okay.
Jeez.
And that was, years ago. I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
Well, I come out of the bathroom, he's in my chair. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? Oh, I just need this. And I'm like, well, you need it somewhere else because you told me about 5 years ago that I'd never cut your hair. And you were right. And he's like taken back. He's like, Andy, you better talk to this guy. And it's like, I ain't got nothing to say to him. You told him.
Yeah.
Because we were all here when you told him.
Right.
I'm like, fuck you. I'm not doing it. I said, I got 3 guys here waiting for me. You can fuck right off.
Right.
He goes, oh man, I just need you to trim out my beard. I'm like, you can take the money you're going to pay me to trim your beard. You can go to Walgreens and buy a fucking trimmer. I am not touching your hair. You told me that years ago. Right. And you are going to stand by that. Yeah. Because I'm going to stand by it, Yeah. I'm like, I'm not mad at you, but I ain't fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I said, it just comes down to the fact that at some point, you're going to be a jackass and disrespect somebody.
Yep.
And it's going to come back on you.
Yes.
And that's one of those things where I'm not perfect at it.
Right.
But I try to be like, you know what, one of these days it'll all work out.
Yeah.
And it does or it doesn't. But the older I get, the more like that I try to become just because
it doesn't matter.
There's more important things.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
I was just wondering more like politeness. Are some, where you go, 5 years ago, people were more nice? Like, has there ever been a change that you've noticed within, or just age demographics? Younger people more rude?
I mean, you'll have.
It doesn't matter.
It seems like you get people that are attitude-wise, it's not because of what's going on here as what they brought in with them, or me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's days where I'm like, we had a shit morning at the house, and I'm not in the mood.
Well, that's...
And I have to make a hell of an effort not to drag that in a door with me.
I can imagine.
Just like anybody else does.
Yeah.
And there's times I'll be on that phone, and it's just over and over and over, and it's not this guy's fault. But I'm like, God damn it! Here I'm trying to keep a professional attitude or whatever you want to call it, and
it's tough.
Borderline impossible.
Well, I mean, some days you wake up and you probably go, I don't want to see anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone today. How do you deal? I mean, how do you come
I don't have those days.
You know?
It's like I got to get to work and...
You just got to do it.
Well, and it's not like turning it on or off, but I get to work and it's just a different environment. And it makes it... That's the thing about liking the room you work in.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of difference.
Right.
And there are a lot of people that don't have that kind of luxury with their job, and there's people that they're making a point that that's going to be what I do.
Right.
And it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is, because if you can get, I don't know, separation or compartmentalize that kind of thing to where this is work and this is what I do.
It's a separate thing.
And you never know.
That's difficult.
Yeah, because I mean, I've had guys that come in when I was working with a group, and I knew that they were waiting for me, but the other fellows I worked with didn't. And there would be, let's just call it a misunderstanding, and the customer would be a little bit rude about it, but maybe they're like me, they're having a shit day when they come in the door. I don't know. And then the guy that disagreed with him, he's not having a great day.
Right.
So it's a whole, it's a whole conglomerate relationship. And I'm not, my name's Paul and this is between y'all, that kind of thing. And I just, you want to de-escalate that, but then at the same time, you're like, you know what, this dumb shit's got what's coming, right? There's a fine line there. And it happened one day, and the guy who was mad, but was my customer, didn't have any money. So he had to leave, go get cash, and come back. Then he comes back and pays me, and then on the way out, takes $5 and throws the other guy and says, go buy a pair of socks and shove them in your fucking mouth. Literally said that.
That's nuts.
And I'm like, no, that didn't just happen. When he grabs the $5 and it's his shop.
Yeah.
And he walks out the door behind old boy and like free throw shoots this money. I don't remember if it hit him or if it just bounced right in front of him. He's like, take your $5 and don't ever come back into my fucking shop again. And it wasn't like there was a fist fight.
Right.
But it wasn't like, why do you want to be a hard ass?
Yeah.
It's just people.
Well, yeah, it's like you catch someone on a bad day and they'll do something they'd never do normally. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought.
Because the old boy tried to apologize and the other guy's like, I don't really care what you think, fuck off.
Right.
And I'm done.
Right. It's just over.
And
done. Yeah.
And then, when your name's on the door,
right.
if you don't like it,
tough.
because I had that problem, that picture right there, the chief, years ago.
Yeah,
it was funny. We had a guy sitting there getting a haircut. I was cutting his hair.
Is this at yours or is
No, this is up at Andy's.
Okay.
Because I bought that picture to hang up there. And he's like looking around. And I'm I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
It's like, don't you guys worry that you're going to upset customers with all the memorabilia on the walls here? And I said, I'm more worried about the haircut I give you looking good when you leave.
Right.
And if you're more worried about what's on the walls of the barbershop you're sitting in,
yeah,
there are 2 doors in here. You can walk out of either one of them and don't come back. I said, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not asking you to decorate what I do. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to make you look good.
Yeah.
And there's not a real good end to that conversation, but I was trying to keep it as short and sweet as possible. Yeah. And it's like, if this is your biggest problem, you might have a bigger problem than you think of.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I cannot believe people get so enraged over stuff.
And people are just stupid.
Oh, I remember.
People, if you're looking for something to bitch about, you can
you're
find it.
Find it. Yeah. Yes.
If you're looking real hard and you can't find the asshole in the room, guess what? You're probably that guy. Yeah. And it's just not.
That's such a weird thing people do.
Yeah.
It's just like mental
gymnastics
to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I've sat and I thought about this I think me and the wife were having a discussion, and she was madder than hell about something at work, or madder than hell about something at Army or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm the sounding board. Mm-hmm. It's not my fault, but I'm hearing this, and I'm like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be supportive by doing that. Well, then I had to go. Like, I had to go to my parents. They picked something up for me. I had to go pick it up from them to bring home. And I get over there and I just lay it all. I mean, now I'm venting to them.
Right.
And I'm not mad at them, but I'm like, you're not going to believe this shit. And I'm like,
right.
And I'm telling them, and I said, this just occurred. And I mean, it literally occurred to me during that conversation. And I'll never, it's just still stuck in my head. But I'm like, I could have the biggest asshole in 6 counties. He wants to come see me once a month and get a haircut.
Yeah.
And he wants to pay me.
Right.
And he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I can't stand this guy. And I don't even know who this guy. I'm not naming. It doesn't matter.
This is
the fact of the matter is that dude's my boss for a half hour once a month.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
Who else?
Completely different thing.
Who else has a job like that?
Yeah.
Who else can? And the guy may be the biggest prick in the county. I might happen to like him. I don't know. I don't care. It's just the fact that you don't have to. It's a business relationship, but it's also You're like I said. You're kind of like a bartender. It's not. It's not the same, but it's not that much different.
Right.
And
it's not like you gotta walk in and see that guy every single day.
Right.
And deal with this shit every day.
Well, but you know what? On the same level, everybody that walks in here, they don't want to see me every day. I don't want to be seen.
True.
I mean, there's days I don't need to. You don't need to see me. I mean, I'm sorry. That's life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just too basic, but it makes sense to me. I don't know.
On the opposite end of that spectrum, have you ever had a customer that came in here and just like changed your perspective on things with a story they had or something?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, that's the worst thing about this job. It's the best and the worst.
Yeah.
Because you deal with people for a good chunk of their life.
Yeah.
But on a very sparing,
Right.
half hour
Yeah.
time tops.
30 minutes once a month.
Yeah. So
You get like the condensed version to
I-
max.
I've probably given 6 or 7 guys their last haircut and not known that.
Ooh.
You know, I mean, you don't know it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've given 50 people their first haircut. It's not.
Right.
But you watch guys that come in and you know them and you're glad to see them. And these are the old guys that you're
Yeah.
like, man, this guy, you can learn something from this dude.
Yeah.
Or, there's something
Right.
valuable to have in this conversation.
Yeah.
But then for
It's
like 3 years, you can kind of watch them.
decline.
They're telling the same story. They're asking the same questions. I don't know if you'd call it dementia or old age. It's just a combination of all that.
The slip.
Or
the slow slide.
their son or their daughter's bringing them into you.
Yeah.
And it's just, but I want to get them in here and I want them to feel better when they leave, you know, because at the very least, that's the service I'm providing.
Yeah.
Is you're going to look better when you walk out of here and you're
Right.
going to feel better, even if it's for 5 minutes.
Right.
And it's tough to see that, but it's also reminds you of who you are.
Yeah.
I guess if that makes, I don't know how else, I don't know if there's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
But it's
difficult.
It's
I guess
just
I never thought about that.
well,
Yeah,
and
you could be giving a guy his last.
I never
haircut.
thought about it either. But then as like, you'd see a guy die, you're like, well, shit, I've lost. I lost a customer this year. He's younger than I am. He's a friend of mine. I lost
Kind of humbles
3
you.
guys last year.
Yeah.
And life is a sexually transmitted disease and it's terminal, bud.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Never
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You've got people today that think they're going to cure the world's problems. The first thing you need to figure out is you're not going to be here forever.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
Right.
And you act like you are,
Yeah.
and it's not solving. You're causing more problems.
Yeah.
And it's just,
That's
it's a cold hard truth.
yeah. That's got to be so interesting.
Yeah.
Never thought about
I mean,
that.
you come in this world naked, crying alone, and you probably be naked alone when you leave it. I don't know about crying, but that all depends. I mean, I hopefully have 30, 40 good years left, but I'm 51.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah. So you could be cutting a guy's hair for 5, 10 years, and then you'd be the last one.
Yeah.
How do you go home? How do you deal with that? Or is it just like, okay, this is
It's
part
like, damn,
of
I
it?
lost another one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
nothing I can do about it.
Right.
It's
But
just,
dealing with grief is a hard thing.
yeah.
It's got to be, and it's not like you're best friends with the guy, but
No.
you got to experience that guy's life.
Yeah.
You
In
know?
a sense.
Yeah. Dang, that's rough. See, that's where you'd think that you go to barber school and they teach you stuff like that. No, they don't do that anywhere.
No.
They don't do that.
There's no.
No, they don't
It's like
do-
being a parent. Nobody teaches you how to do that shit.
No. Why would they want to do that? Why would the public school
Well-
system want to do that?
Because everybody's different.
Yeah.
That
Well, that's true.
That lesson's
That's true.
continually changing.
That's true. How would you? I want to ask, what's the difference for you just in starting your own and doing your own versus working at a shop? Just in general, I guess, like how the stress wise, is it better to work in a shop for a new guy? What do you think?
This came out of left field when it was presented to me.
Yeah.
And
But you've been doing your stuff at home.
no, but that's
Side
different
work.
because that's home.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that at home, but I've come to the conclusion after being away from that for a couple of years that 98% of the people that came into my house to get a haircut, I was glad to see them.
Yeah.
But then there's 2% that I'm like, I wish that you would have never learned where I lived.
Right.
And I didn't know that
Right.
because they'd be a new customer. And
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I don't really want you at my house.
Yeah.
I mean, and not a threat or not.
No,
it's just
just-
like, you know what, I could do without this person
rather-
ever knowing where I live.
Yeah.
Just period.
Yeah.
And there are people that call me. I'm like, I don't want you at my house.
Yeah.
Don't come out here.
Yeah.
I don't want your money.
Right.
I don't want anything to do with you. And they get mad. I don't really care how mad you get.
It's my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's where I sleep.
Yeah. Now this, I sat and chewed on doing this for like 2.5, 3 months because it was like, I had a good job. I enjoyed where I was at.
Right.
And we really, really got along. And I mean, it took a different combination of guys. And it took probably, I don't know, 5, 6 years. I mean, you're married.
Yeah.
If I'm in here working with one person, I am going to spend more time with them than I am my wife.
That's true. Yeah.
And you better be able to trust them, and you better be able to depend on them and count on them,
and get along.
and they got to count on you, and it's vice versa.
Yes.
We were fortunate and had kind of a lightning in a bottle situation where we all got along, and we all worked well together, and we all did our own thing. I mean, we're doing the same thing, but you're doing yours, I'm doing mine. But anybody could come in there and sit down and walk out looking good and not be,
right.
well, he can't do it. I'm not going to stay. And there's that guy I'm not going to stay because my guy can't, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
I sat, I'd been offered another shop at one time, but the money was not, I couldn't justify spending that kind of money to work.
Right.
Where this presented itself.
You're just a perfect fit, almost.
Well, I'm
closer.
sitting there, it's a whole lot closer, which I like. And a lot of my customers, if they want, I'm no further away here than I was from them in Champaign.
Right.
So that's
positive.
And then this was kind of an untapped resource because there wasn't a barber in town at the time.
Right.
So there's several, factors to that.
Yeah.
And then the one thing that kept kind of, poking me was, I may not come in here and work.
Yeah.
Chances are somebody's gonna.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not worried about competition because I don't think people are gonna go where they want to go.
Right.
And I don't think you can compete with that. I don't think it matters. I mean, that's the unique thing about this trade. It's like this ain't great clips, it's not that.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get you in here and put you in my computer so anybody can cut your hair. It's not
it's to build a relationship.
That's not what I do. I mean, it's not really even related to what I do. It's more of it's an old school way to make a living that you're part of a community.
Yeah.
And that says something.
Yeah.
I don't, as of yet, I don't really have that thing going, but it's not, we do enough between my wife and myself with our outside activities for communities that at the moment don't really care.
Yeah.
And I just think that at some point they will intermingle to where it's all going to be the same shit anyway.
But it's not like you're stressing about it.
No. And but there are guys that come in here that work for the county or the city and I'm glad to bounce stuff off of them or for them to keep me informed.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for gossip, but it's nice to know.
Yeah. It's nice to be in the know.
Yeah. And it's nice to be able to answer a question for somebody that's, and then there's some of them that it's just none of their damn business anyway. And I don't go digging I'm not a gossip. I just don't. I'm like, well, that's wild, and and I just kind of let it go because it's not going to make my life any better or worse.
Right.
I mean, with her stuff and her leadership role over there, it's God, she lets stuff get to her. And I'm like, why do you care?
Right.
You're bitching about 3 people that are in that place drunk half the time. You think their opinion matters to anybody?
Right.
You're letting them live rent-free in your head.
Yeah.
Over what?
Yep.
And here you're I'm sorry, but it's one of that word perspective.
Yeah.
That it's just like, why does any of this, in 100 years, nobody's going to give a shit.
Yeah. Shit. In 5 days, you'll forget about what you cared about today.
Yeah. Tuesday. Who cares? I get it, but it's funny that I'll have, 80% of my customers, but you are included. I'm like, you want your usual? Yeah. Then there's other guys. I'm like, man, what did I do last time? Because I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
But I figured it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know more people from this angle, and it's just weird. And I'm not. And then people will see me, and I'll be wearing a baseball cap, and they're like, how do I know that guy? I'm like, well, usually I'm standing behind you talking.
I don't know if I ever told you, but we went to the dance competition one year. Landon, Ethan, and I went, and because we were watching our girlfriends. You were sitting in one of the rows on not the sides facing where they dance, but the other side, facing like the shorter end of the court. And you were just cap on, passed out. It was the funniest thing.
I'm probably going to be the same way to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
It was so funny. It wasn't like your daughter was dancing or anything.
No.
But it was just like, oh, there's Jason. Yep, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Around about 500 people.
Well, hey, I got the doctor, and he's like, I think you've got sleep apnea. And I'm like, why? He goes, you take naps at work? I'm like, every chance I get. He's like, well, then you've got sleep. I said, no, but I got a Barber chair.
Yeah.
And it's Deem. I mean, he's actually an American doctor. He went to school at Villa Grove.
Oh, cool.
He's one that you could actually communicate. He goes, I'll bet you $100 you've got sleep apnea. I said, I'll bet you $1,000 that you walk in this barber shop and sit in this chair for a half hour and don't do nothing. You're going to go to sleep. I promise. It's the best thing about this job. I've got a ready-made recliner sitting right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Call me crazy.
It was so funny. I've got a few more questions. I think we could wrap it up.
Cool. My daughter's pissed. I'm not taking her to the movie right now, but she'll get over it.
Womp.
Yep.
But this is more important. Plus, you can shout out your business and everything.
Right on.
And I'll post on Facebook. What would you tell someone who's starting off here?
Show up.
Well, not even here. Just starting off like me. Whereas
Show up.
I'm not even there yet. We're not there yet. We're there.
Show up.
No, Jason, hold on. I don't even know if I want to be a barber yet. I don't know what I want to be.
I don't care what you're doing.
Just show
up.
Show up to whatever you're doing.
Yeah, sick days are bullshit. Yeah. Go to work. If you can go to work and you sit there for 4 hours and nothing's happening, then go home.
Yeah.
Show up.
Just show up.
There's days like I was in here last Thursday and I had nobody coming in here after lunch. Perfect example.
Yeah.
And I sat here, the phone didn't ring.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was doing something. And I'd call him, and he'd talk to me about it like the day before. I'm like, you know what? If I can get away, I'll come over. I'll go with you.
Right.
Just spend time with your dad. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
But there's days off. There's time off.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do anything if you want to do it, 80% of it is getting your ass in the door and showing up and being there.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're the president for that matter.
Right.
Christ, we've seen that. One guy couldn't show up.
Yeah.
And we were probably better off he didn't.
Yeah.
But we had guys come in and out of that barbershop that like I said, we kind of built a team,
Yeah.
and I'm not, anybody can do anything they want to do.
Yeah.
But if you're I can't make a living at this unless I'm here.
Right.
I've got to be here.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take a day off.
Right.
After 26 years of doing it, I'm going to take a day off, and that's it.
Right.
But
if you're starting
out, throw your ego out when you come in the door. Hang it up with your coat and do your job, and you'd be surprised at any career work environment, even if you're there not doing nothing, what you might learn just by being around. I don't care if you're a janitor.
Yeah.
There's things that your presence pays off.
Yeah.
And I mean, I saw when I started doing this at the school level, there were a lot of guys that they were retired. So this is up in Michigan. These guys are retired from the big three. They had a pension. They had no worries.
Right.
They were bored.
They just come in.
Yeah, they wanted something to do, so they got their barber's license.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Wow.
That's cool. I mean,
I guess that'd be a pretty cool cool job to do if you were that type of person.
And that's one of those instances where, I did my time and I made a living and I'm going to work 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, fuck right off.
Yeah.
Me, I'm not there yet.
Right.
Now, maybe when I'm 60, if I'm still in here doing it,
Yeah.
okay, he's in there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's the only time you're going to find him. And that's, great.
Right.
But I mean, in my life now with my family, I got to take a kid to school.
Yeah.
And then there's days where she wants to do something, and I'm more than happy to be that vehicle to get her to do things.
Yeah.
And if she wants me to be the one doing it.
Yeah.
And that's, that's different, but it's gonna change a lot in the next 4 or 5 years.
For sure.
So that's the best advice I can give anybody that works.
Show up.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple.
Right. Just be there.
Yeah.
Because if you're not being there, you're not showing that you want to
Well,
be there.
if you got a boss, they're going to appreciate the fact you're there.
Right.
Man, we got nothing for him to do. Well, you better find something for him to do.
Here's
They're not
a
gonna be
question
there
that goes right along with that. Is it better to chase passion or competence?
They could probably be considered one and the same.
That's the problem.
I mean, if you're competent at what you do, you'd better be passionate.
Yeah.
If you're not competent, then the passion might pay off and you learn something.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's my perspective.
Yeah. But is it better to pick the career that you might not really want to do, you're not really interested in, but you got to do what you got to do to make the money you got to make?
You could
or
have
is it
a
better
job and fall flat ass into something you love.
That's true.
And prove me wrong. Christ, I was working I don't even know what I was doing at the time when I started doing this, because I tried going to college and I'm like, I can't do this. I've been there. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yes.
I would rather have a job. And then I went and got a couple different factory jobs, and I'm like, I would rather be at school than do this.
Right.
But I need to make a living.
Yeah.
And then this trade kind of presented itself to me, and like it or not, it is a trade.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not an electrician.
No.
I'm not an HVAC guy.
It's a
That's
trade.
not me. But they're not this.
Yeah.
And they're that similarity is what they
Yeah.
are. And
they can't do what you can do, and you can't do what
right.
they can do.
And I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm better than they are.
Yeah. No.
But it's just and that's my biggest hurdle when it comes to, like, what do I charge for what I do?
Yeah.
And what is my time and experience worth? And what is,
Right.
you know what I mean? All that stuff's related. Mm-hmm. And you could look at any other trade that way. You can go find a guy to build your house for nothing. It may not be worth a shit. It might be like the Three Pigs.
Yeah.
But then you'll find a guy that does it that is way out of your budget, but you'll have a home that you never want to leave. So
Right.
There's
different levels.
Yeah. It's all relative.
Well, that was like also something like where you're pricing. You've got years of experience to price off of. When I did detailing, I had nothing.
Right.
I had absolutely nothing. So it was almost impossible for me to
and
figure
see, that's
out.
another thing though, is if somebody's doing like a detailing thing.
Yeah.
If you're not charging enough and you're doing that good of a job,
You're gonna get
chances are your customers might be paying up anyway because they appreciate what you're doing.
That happened a
I mean,
lot.
there is that, and
Yes.
some people just don't know any better.
Yeah.
And that's, I understand, because they've never been, and they've worked for an hourly wage their whole life. They just don't know, and it's not, you're not wrong.
Right.
You're just uninformed.
Right.
And I don't know if there's a way to teach that to somebody without sounding like you're being preachy about your money, or,
Yeah, it gets tough.
That's where I think in any, like either one of those two settings, word of mouth makes a big play in that with other customers.
Huge. Yes.
And it
Better than a Facebook ad any day.
Word
There's
there's days I sit here and think, man, I need to do advertising and this and that. It's like it doesn't make any difference.
No.
I mean, you could do. We've done it. I've spent money on that stuff, and
Well,
it may help, but you never know,
Right.
and you never get the
Shot
money
in the
back.
dark. Yeah.
I mean, it's something you can put on your taxes, and you can, if
Yeah.
it's an expense.
But it's a gamble.
Well, so's getting out of bed in the morning. I mean,
that's true.
take it for what it's worth.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there'll be days I'll come in here, and one of the weirdest things about this job that I've never been able to wrap my head around, and maybe somebody can explain it to me. How the weather affects customers getting haircuts. When I was a walk-in barber, like you could count on the first shitty day of the year, you'd probably be pretty busy because I'm going into the barbershop. I'm not going to be outside. But the first nice day of the year, you might as well lock the door. And I don't want to be inside either. Yeah, I mean, I get it. But it's like, man, and it's like this time of year. Holidays are here, and I'm going to get customers in there because of that. Yeah. But then I'm gonna get a plethora of people calling me like the day before. Right. Hey, can I get in? I'm like, no. Yeah. And I want you in here, but I don't have the time. Right. And I could look at the 2 days before Christmas now. I've got like 3 openings left. Right. And believe me, I want to come in here and work. If I came in here and worked from 4 in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night, I'd be a millionaire. Yeah. But I got shit to do. I got a life. Yeah. I mean, and we got things we got to do at home. Mm-hmm. And I have outside commitments. Yeah. That's why I work, like anybody else. Yeah. But, and I know in my personal setting that at some point, my kid will start driving. Yeah. That's going to change the hours I can work. That's true. That's going to change the times I can be here. So be it. Yeah. But that's not today. Right. And I'll do so. I'll make it different. I'll do something different. And as much as you look forward to that, it's a change that you're getting older too. Yeah. So I don't know. But that's my advice.
And then another advice one. Last thing, like what would when you started working, it was a completely different time. When I started working, it's a completely different time. The pay's different, the society's different, the technology's different. What would you give advice? What would you want me to focus on in my life starting out? Just getting into the work. I'm out of high school, maybe stumbled through college, whatever, or didn't, just went straight into the workforce. What would you say would be
keep your head up and put your best foot forward, because like I said, opportunities will seem to me like in my lifetime, I was not looking for an opportunity. Whether I was working at a gas station and jacking around, just, living life as a kid. Yeah. When I wasn't looking for something, it seemed like that was when it would show up. And that, that whole kind of showing up and being present. Yeah, that's when opportunity. It might come knock on your door. You may not open the door. Right. That's true. You were there. Yeah. And I'm no better at that than anybody else, because there's times I kind of take my wife's saying is I don't have time for that shit, but sometimes you need to make that time just because you don't know.
You know if you get that back or not.
Well, you just don't know what tomorrow's going to do. Yeah. And it's like when Chris called me about this place, I'm like, dude, I've got a job. Yeah. And then that's the other thing. It was kind of one of those things where I was in the back of my mind, I'm like, I wasn't looking for that job when Andy called me, and I took it. And I enjoyed it up there. And then I told those guys, I'm like, look, I had an opportunity come up here, and I don't know how I can turn it down. And even he was like, man, I hate to see you go. He goes, I'll give you more, I'd pay less chair rent or whatever. Yeah. He said, I don't want to, you're good, and you're easy along with, and you do a good job, and you're here. And I'm like, I know. I said, it was tough for me to come to this decision, but at the same time, it's like, if I'm going to do something on my own, why wait till I'm 60 some years old? Yeah. Right. I don't, because like I said, I had that chance here in town before, but I wasn't going to spend that kind of money to do it. It didn't make any sense. Yeah. But this made, financially, you're taking a risk. Yeah. But so what? Yeah. I mean, it's almost, you're starting over to a point. Yeah. I'm not doing anything any different than I've done for half my life. Right. But I'm doing it in a different place. Yeah. And
on your own.
Half, 60, 70% of the people don't know who I am. Yeah. That live here. But, oh yeah, I know that guy. Or they'll hear, and that's what you've got to kind of depend on. Yeah. Or I don't know how to put it. I mean, because And that at the same time, oh yeah, that guy's an asshole. You don't want to go into his shop. They're gonna have that too.
Right.
I mean, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
And it's not. It is what it is. It's just it's the nature of the beast of working for. I mean, I work for the public.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not. I mean, I'm not running a gas station because everybody needs gas, but everybody needs a haircut.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's
Just
always something.
try to be there so you can and try to say yes more maybe.
I don't know about that because there's times where you ought to say no. I mean,
There's times where you could get an opportunity and it'd send you the opposite direction. Instead of
Right.
it could be going down.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
it's almost like talking to a telemarketer sometimes. Seriously, like no.
Yeah.
You know, but
But there's no. I mean, there's no.
if they're that serious, if the opportunity's that good,
Yeah.
they may not take no for an answer, or it may be.
Yeah.
You know, there's also give me some time to think about it, or let me.
Yeah, right.
I need to sleep on this.
Yes.
And that goes a long way too, because the first time this opportunity came my way, I was single. I didn't care. I was, it was not. It wouldn't have hurt me one way or the other to do it. It would have just cost me money, and which is fine. I don't care.
Right.
But I was like, this doesn't seem like for my future it's going to matter. And then when this one came about, like, I'm closer to home.
It's just the right.
It's just the
right factors to get you to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm lucky because I got, the same thing kind of banged my door down twice, but
Right.
I don't know. Because at one time I was working at a barber shop and cut the guy's hair. He's like, well, how long are you going to work here? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, no, how long are you going to put up? It's basically how long are you going to put up with this guy?
Mm.
And I didn't really understand the question. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I'm like,
Yeah.
hell, I don't care.
Yeah.
I do my thing. It's
Right.
not, and it's just different things.
Yeah. I mean, there's no book to life. There's no how to do it because it's all different.
Yeah.
Every time you could be trained to do as many things as possible, and yet you'll get something random pop up. That you're not
and it's
ready
like
for.
I don't know. To this day, I don't know how to build a freaking website. And the one thing that I need to do in this place is to build a website. But I don't want to do it just to take appointments online.
Yeah.
But you need it out there for people to see. I don't know how the best plan of attack is for something like that. I don't know.
It's a completely
Because
different thing.
AI is not doing this.
No.
It's just not.
No.
And then I've done where like, I'll just do an AI website. Well, then it's like, I'm not.
That's not you.
Well, not only that, but then the stuff they'll put on there for you, it's like, that's not what I want people to see.
Yeah.
And it's not, racist or sexist or all that, hot words that are today, but there's not women in here. You know, it's not, it's a place for guys and they're boys to come here and get their hair cut. And if that's the wrong thing to do, well, put me in that group. But it's what I do.
Right.
And I'm not, you want to do that? Knock yourself out. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I don't need you to pigeonhole me. I'm already pigeonholed.
Yeah. Right.
I guess to a point.
Yeah.
I don't know how professional that sounds, but it's a kind of a
truth
cold
is
hard
truth.
fact.
Yeah. All right, Jason. Well, I'll let you go on this.
All right.
I'll have to do it again though, because I
Yeah.
know I could talk to you for years.
I'd run out of shit to say at some point.
Bye, everyone. This is Jason Burris. Shout out your stuff.
Oh, County Seat Barbershop. Here,
Give me a card.
yeah, put that on your camera roll.
Yes.
Somehow, however that works.
That's all I gotta do.
And take a shot of that map because it's cool as shit.
I will.